My dear friends, welcome to HR Resonance channel. Among so many topics, so far I presented on managerial, supervisory, law, soft skill, and many more. I thought let me share my experiential views on receiving negative feedback. You are all aware in any managerial position or supervisory position or in any senior management. Why only in the management? Even in our life also, whether elders, seniors, Swamiji, disciples, guru, shishya, we are supposed to provide feedback. It may be positive feedback or it may be negative feedback. It is part of the life, and many times that is required also, and criticism are also good for the healthy society and healthy working. But criticism should be, it is said, positive. And feedback is also very important for many point of view, whether for improvement or for enhancement or customer satisfaction and many more. Thus, giving negative feedback is always difficult task, and many times people may feel it is difficult and embarrassing. The reason being our ego gets in the way, or we try to subconsciously justify our actions, which may get in the way of appreciating what is the feedback is intended to do. Therefore, I would like to share few points to consider when someone gives you what you may consider negative feedback. So, which one must be aware? I want to share some of the points. First point, actively listen for the deeply to what they are saying. In other words, actively and deeply listen to what they are saying. Very important. One must be in the right frame of mind to take the information. If you are in the middle of the something else, and if that is interfering with the message you are getting, change the location or stop whatever you are doing so you can really pay attention to what is being said. This is one of the point that one must be aware as far as the negative feedback is concerned. The second point is listen for facts and information rather than opinions. Very relevant and on topmost important. Identify that level the feedback. What is the level of the feedback is? Is it making judgmental about you? Maybe using negative adjectives like lazy or poor, judgment, or is it factual like submission of a report or empowering at meetings? Try to differentiate these levels so you can assess whether the feedback is personal or factual. So this differentiation and listening for the facts rather than opinion is one of the important aspects. Summarize your understanding of what is being said. You need to absolutely clear on the meaning behind the feedback. If there is anything unclear, say something like, when you said, what exactly did you mean? Or could you clearly clarify what you mean by poor judgment in this matter? Without the clarity, you may go off in the wrong direction. Next one is resist the temptation to justify what you did. Remember, the feedback may simply be someone's particular point of view, but to them it is reality. If you try to justify it, you may be negating the person's communication and make them feel as if they can't open up to you again. So therefore, this fact here one must keep in mind. Explain your viewpoint without being judgmental. This is also very important. This means sticking to the facts while understanding how that will look for the other person's standpoint. Be clear on what your attention or intention was, if necessary, and get their agreement on how the situation is seen from your point of view. You want to start looking at the value of the feedback rather than justifying your position. Another point one should keep in mind is consider any solutions that may be pertinent to the situation. If the feedback was factual, start thinking about any changes that may take you in the direction of positive results. If it was about some personal issue, identify the meaning behind it and see if there may be something that could be done to rectify. One more point, and very important, remember, not all feedback needs to be accepted. This is very important because in a life we come across so many things. There may be some feedback that you are simply feel is person's opinion and does not require any changes on your behalf. Explain this clearly and positively to the other person, saying that you understand their viewpoint, but it won't change anything. So, it see it as their perception of reality. It is their perception. We have to say that's all. And rather than reality itself, bearing in mind what the end result of that feedback would mean. That is what important one should understand and accordingly act. Last but not least, thank them for the feedback. In communication, all the time it is said, communication is not complete unless there is a feedback. Communication will complete with the feedback. Feedback in all respects are very important, whether it is teacher or student, whether a trainer or a trainees, boss or subordinate. Therefore, any feedback is useful because it gives you an insight into others' perspective of you, and this could be vital if changes need to be made. So, give some form of thanks for opening up and sharing the feedback. This will go in the long run. That speaks good about both the parties. You can then determine the next course of action to determine where you will go with it. So therefore, thanking for the feedback play a very important role at the end. Otherwise, communication channel will not be there. The scope for improvement or enhancement, change in behavior, change in approach, change in perception may change. Therefore, my friends, these are so many you might have also come across in your profession. I, being a HR and a legal profession, for more than 3 decades in my profession, I had a lot of time, opportunity, and occasions to receive feedback as well as to provide feedback also, and particularly this play a very important role in performance management, in boss subordinate relationship, in managerial and supervisory function. Particularly for the managerial and supervisory cadre, this feedback is most important. How to provide feedback itself is an art. Therefore, it needs constant and continuous practice, practice, practice. Therefore, friends, by doing this one, even it is a very good tool for the improvement of personality, refining our personality. Thereby, we can become amiable, good, friendly, and ultimately success. for success. These are some of the qualities available in the literature as well as from the experience and from the situation one has to learn and inculcate in their life for the successful career as well as life and also in the social and personal life. Well, my dear friends, if you are liking this presentation and views, please post your views and comments in the comment box of this channel, HR Resonance channel. Like, share to your friends and needy, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel finally. Thank you very much for your active and kind listening. Good day.